Good morning. Today's installment, I want to talk about the immediate aftermath of Theresa dying. Um, Really, the biggest part of it, and still having to deal with it, is the fact that she's gone. Um, the first couple of days was really, really hard to get out of bed. Um, I actually think I slept over at her apartment a couple of nights in our bed, um, just to try and stay as close to her as possible. People thought it was unhealthy of me. Um, I don't care. Didn't matter. Um, it was rough. Um, the gamut of emotions that happens in those days immediately afterwards is something unfathomable. Um, yeah, I had people around me, but it was like walking in a fog. I actually went to work the next day after finding her body. I got up and I went to work, and within 30 minutes, I was breaking down again, and I was sent home. Um, when you put your life with someone else, and you look at a future, and yeah, things weren't the greatest, as I've mentioned, and I'll get into that later on. Um, but no matter what happened, I was always there for her. We may not have always been together as a couple in the 3 years, but she was always mine. And you can never take that away from either of us. Um, just, I dedicated most of 3 years to trying to be a positive role model for her, show her that she was number one, that there was nobody else, which there never was, ever. Um, she was everything to me. My world revolved around her most of the time. And you know, not being able to reach out and hear her voice anymore, not being able to touch her, it still hurts. I still have visions. Last night couldn't sleep very well. Don't know why. I was, tired as all hell. Just can't sleep. I wake up at night, gripping my pillow like it's her. And the emotions go back and forth every day. Um, it's getting a little bit easier to manage now because it's been 4 months. But then there was no way, man. I did well, I didn't do everything I could. So let's not think that I went down the wrong road right afterwards. But I did enough medicating that I hadn't done in a very long time. Um, Having to go through her things at times was very heart wrenching. Um, Her mother came in and took what she needed. Had some friends over at the house to help me out when she was there because I was actually supposed to be at work when she showed up. So um, it was the first time I'd met her mother. For some reason, Theresa and her mother were close on the phone, but couldn't be around one another for too long. For some reason, I think maybe Theresa didn't want to show her true colors to her mother. Once again, another story. I understand where Theresa gets a lot of what she was going through and everything because her mother reminds me so much of her at times. Theresa's an only child, so this has been very hard on her mom as well. Um, when you have visions of her face, you know, I see the smile, and I see the sparkle in her eye that she always had. But it seems like the only vision that I get at night is her when I see her face when I got through that window and saw her right after for the first time in her apartment. That um, it still haunts me. People have told me I shouldn't have gone in. Well, that may be, but honestly, I would rather it had been me that had found her than anyone else. Um, those first few days were hell. I didn't take care of myself. I barely ate, barely slept, cried all the fucking time, lost in a haze, getting drunk out the fly, which was one of her favorite spots in New Orleans. Just didn't have a care in the world, to be honest with you. It was nice being able to go to work because it gave me something, but at the same time, there was a lot to be done as far as getting everything in order, as far as the apartment and everything. I had a cleaning party, so to speak. I had about a half dozen or so of her friends come over and help me pack up her house. I took a few things, bought the car. I let her friends take whatever they wanted. They were free to go about and take whatever mementos they wanted. I miss her. It was a senseless killing. Pain gets less every day, but it's still there. And I still love the hell out of her. That's why I do this. Because I need to speak out about this. We are taught growing up that we need to keep our emotions to ourselves, and I've never ever been able to do that. Everybody's seen it as a sign of weakness that I show everything on my sleeve. You know what? They're dead wrong. It's my biggest strength. This is what keeps me strong, people. This is how I'm able to fucking do this. It's through my emotions. If I held my emotions back in any way, I would be a basket case right now trying to hide. I have to get it out. And this is why, because I am sick and tired of having to tell this story every time somebody finds out about it. So when they find out about it, I can point them to YouTube and they can watch these videos. Because that's part of what this is for. I've already got some great feedback from you guys, and I thank you for that. That's not what this is for. What this is for is for me. I had a bad night last night. Tossed and turned from 3:30 on. I don't know what else to do. But just keep getting up, getting out of bed as I did this morning at 5 o'clock. I just got out of bed, got in the car, and took off. I'm at a coffee shop right now, doing this while I still have it on my mind before I forget. At some point, I'll stop crying. I don't know when. I don't care why or how or whatever. But at some point it'll end. I know this. Thank you all. And I hope everybody has a great day today.